Live with ArchieLuxury. Live with ArchieLuxury. And today's topic is middle-aged, overweight, and fearful of death. Are you scared of dying? Does the thought? I got to tell you the truth. Archie doesn't want to die. I want to go on forever. But with my diet, my stress level, the drinking, the womanizing, the philandering, who knows how much time any of us have out there. And it's time to come to the mark, step up to the mark, and you've got to face the Grim Reaper eventually in your life there. And I love my possessions. I do love my possessions, my material goods. But we can't live forever. We can't live forever. It's a tricky thing. I was watching a documentary on Warren Buffett. He's 87. 87. Would you swap being mid-40s to be 87 and one of the richest men in the world? Would you do the deal? So it's a very, very tricky algorithm to work out. Time is probably the most valuable asset we can have there. And I gotta tell you, YouTube fame is fleeting. It comes and goes, and time is one of the most important things any of us can have there. And interesting thing, Warren Buffett said, if you could have any car you wanted, any car, what would you pick? But it had to last you for the rest of your life. You would look after it. Do you look after your health and your body? That's a very good question. Do you look after yourself? That is the question to know there. Hello, Clive. How are you? Oh, okay. Jesus. Just hang on there. Just hang on. Hang on there, Clive. I'm going to send it to you again, okay? I'll send it to you now. Yes, from the other side. Clive is talking to me from the other side. You know, when you go to the other side there, there's no coming back, big boy. No coming back. It's really, really hard when you're stuck on one end of the equation. What can you do? If your days are numbered, how long do any of us have on this planet? How long can we really last? It's a very tricky equation indeed. Very, very tricky equation. Clive, talk to me, big boy. Middle-aged, overweight, and fearful of death. Warren Buffett. I was watching a Warren Buffett video, and he said, you could have any car you want. What would you pick? And the only rule is it's got to last you for the rest of your life. So you would immediately look after it. Why don't you treat your body with that same respect, Clive?
Well, the body, unlike the car, has a finite lifespan anyway.
Yes. Tell me this, if Warren Buffett said to you, Clive, you're middle-aged, you're mid-40s.
You mean Warren Buffett?
Yes, the fabulous billionaire investor. If he said to you, Clive, let's swap. I'll take your body, you take mine. You got to be 87, Clive.
No, I wouldn't take it.
You wouldn't take it?
No, absolutely not. Not even if it came with the money.
Not even if it came with the money?
No.
I see. So what are you going to do to look after yourself for the next 40 years? Are you going to give those little nasty burning sticks away?
Well, I could follow the example of others and maybe take up salted caramel ice cream and copious amounts of drinking.
I don't eat salted caramel ice cream. I've got new ice cream, Clive. I'll show you. I got a new ice cream flavor.
Flatbush. Oh, chocolate brownie, chocolate custard.
Yeah.
New York?
New York, Brooklyn collection. This is Brooklyn. You know, it must be good. What do you think?
Frozen yogurt probably be healthier.
It tastes like shit, frozen yogurt. This is premium ice cream, Clive.
Okay, good.
Talk to me.
Sure, about what?
About life. Do you want to be cremated or buried?
Cremated, I think.
What sort of
It'll be
coffin
good preparation. It'll be good preparation for what's to come after that.
What sort of coffin do you want?
No, I said cremated.
Cremated? What sort of coffin?
They generally, I think they cremate you in a cardboard box. It doesn't make sense to cremate you in a coffin, I don't think.
It's chipboard, okay? It's got a veneer coating on it. It looks expensive, but they reuse them anyhow, Clive.
Okay.
What would you want, cherry wood or black ebony?
I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think I'd really care since I would be dead by definition.
Are you scared of death?
No. No.
What made you not be scared of it? I'm very scared of death, Clive.
We have a family history of quick, massive heart attacks,
and
it's over like that. So, nah. When it happens, it happens. No, a lingering disease.
I would like to know where I'm going to die. Then I'll make sure I never go there.
Well, you know, they say 70% of fatal accidents happen in the home. So you should just go to Bangers and stay there.
What are you going to do to improve your odds of surviving?
Well, I do really need to get serious about the diet, but God, I've been...
Fuck, same here! Same here! I don't know when to start. I've been putting it off every week.
Whoa. Is there a date coming up, like a birthday, wedding anniversary, fist party, anything like that that would have significance to you?
Nope.
Well, that's probably the problem then.
You're going to give up smoking, I hope, aren't you?
Yeah, I need to find better ways to deal with stress. And, you know, the e-cigs.
What does your doctor say?
Give up smoking. Give up smoking, lose weight.
That's what he says to you. Fuck, that's why I don't go to a doctor.
Yeah. Are you, I mean, yeah, if you need me to pick, I mean, I could maybe find one for you.
I don't know what I want in life, Clive. I'm just not happy in life anymore.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
So tell me this, Clive. Your life is going pretty good, isn't it, or not? You got a nice watch collection.
Yep.
You got a professional job.
Right.
You would make a Jewish woman very happy.
Are you saying I have a small dick?
No,
Correct.
Jewish women want to marry doctors or lawyers, don't they?
Right, right. All right. True, but
You know?
well, yeah, of course they do.
You've done well for yourself, Clive. You're self-employed. You're self-employed. Your life, you got some great watches.
Right.
You've had some children in your life. That's the most important thing, is to procreate.
Or not procreate. But either way, I mean, yeah.
What more do you want?
I think just to make the most of the time I've got left. Trouble is, none of us know when that's going to be, or how long that's going to be, really.
Yes. Yes. How's that Corolla going of yours?
Just fine. Liking it just plenty great.
I had a fan who took me out in a Mustang convertible this week.
Oh, nice. Was he like 18?
No, he's 35. He's got
Okay.
a car hire. He runs a car hire business.
Okay.
Would you buy a Mustang yourself? No. No need. No desire.
No, not really. I mean,
the Corolla does everything you want.
Exactly. Very efficiently.
And it's reliable, isn't it?
Extremely reliable.
So what's happening in your life, Clive?
I have a job.
Job to do. Somebody's got to do it. I got a job to do.
Yep. And that takes up a lot of time. That keeps me occupied. It's a demanding job. I get satisfaction out of it.
Yes. The watch collecting, are you going to slow down a bit? What's the go with the watch collecting?
Well, I was at the gun and watch show this, I'm telling you a little bit about that, but that Breitling may not be just a 50s Breitling. It might be one of the first ones.
Okay. So is he putting his price up?
Nope. Not yet. And so I'm going to quit bugging him about it. I'm just going to soft pedal and just wait, wait my time out. There's it might be a 54 or earlier, which means it's harder to find than unicorn droppings.
I see. Wow.
If it's redone right.
What happened to the original dial on it? I don't understand this.
That would also be provided, and I was actually talking to the jeweler, and the jeweler said, I think keep the original dial on. And it's like, well, yeah, I'd probably get back with them and say, please put the original, unless it was trashed.
Where is the original dial?
His pocket jeweler has it.
Put it back on then.
It's not mine just yet. I have to fork over the money for it.
The thing.
Well, I think there's a slight trouble with the bezel. And that's why he was talking about. It's like the original design was very problematic. As a matter of fact, it was he said something about him that is the dial of the watch was holding a lot of the components together. For the very first one, they said they took it off the market for a little bit. They re-engineered it. They tried to refine it, and they came up with a new design that was almost as troublesome.
Let's see.
And he said, this is one of the early ones, and it's harder than hell to find parts for it. Well, if it's one of the very first ones.
Clive, put the original dial back on. Clive, I got to tell you, we're talking middle-aged, overweight, and fearful of dying. How do you come with dying strategies? How do you keep yourself happy?
I make the most out of every day. All right. A lot of times I just try to get through the day.
I see. We're not here forever, are we, really?
No, absolutely not. And I also think time accelerates the older you get.
Woo! That's very deep, Clive.
No, it does. It's just it just seems like it's just these days I'm just going through life and it just seems like it's flashing by the side mirrors or the side windows.
Well, that's because when we're 20, 1 year is 1/20th. When we're 50, 1 year is 1/50th. Our relation to the time, correlation of time. I mean, I can remember back to the 90s like yesterday. I could wake up back in the 90s, like click my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And sometimes it's just nothing more than, just trying to dust yourself off and just go on to the next challenge.
I'm trying to work out the ArchieLuxury weight loss program, but I've tried it so many times. I'm doomed to fail. I can't be bothered anymore. You know that? I've taken so many shortcuts.
Quit taking the shortcuts.
It's just not working, Clive. It's not working. I'm not moving enough.
What do you think you're going to try next, or what has worked best for you in the past?
Fuck it. Clive, nothing works, okay? It's all a fallacy, okay? I would honestly like to travel more, but I have no more money. Do you understand that? I have no more money. I want to travel. I want to go now. I don't want to be in this shithole country called Australia, in Brisbane. What the hell do I want to be here for? This country, look, I want to be overseas. I want to do things. Money is very, very tight at the moment, Clive.
Right.
I'm more tighter than Amiga. Hey, Suckerhood's back joining us. Suckerhood!
Gentlemen, g'day, Clyde. How are you, fellas?
Clyde, John, this is the topic: middle-aged, overweight, and fearful of dying. Are you scared of death, John?
I've been listening to it, Arch. I've been listening to it. The older I get, the more fearful I am of death.
Yes, I have the same fears. Yes.
But not for my sake.
No,
it's not for my sake of dying. I've had a
cracker of a life,
very good, enjoyable life. But I've got a young son. I've got a 9-year-old son and a daughter in her 30s. And if you're a parent, and you're a parent, and Clive's a parent, you kids all the time.
Now, John, I don't want to be rude to you because I love you, but why the fuck do you keep putting those burning things in your mouth? That is killing you.
When I worked, I used to smoke 3 packets a day, over 60 seconds. 60 to 80
I have
packets.
the same problem with ice cream, chocolate brownie ice cream, premium ice cream. I have.
That'll kill you, the ice cream.
No, kill you. Fuck, bloody oath, it'll kill you. Clog your arteries. I have a heart attack. And
you get medication for that. You get medication to unclog your arteries.
Do you?
It's called statin
or a stroke. Let's not forget strokes.
This stuff, that unclogs your, Lipitor.
Lipitor.
That unclogs your arteries.
How do I know if I need my arteries unclogged?
But so you would, mate.
I say you would. Jesus Christ.
Really, it's what you put in the your body that makes it, doesn't it? Now you're a big boy, you like your tucker, but sooner or later, the time will come. Yes, it's Foster's, Mr. Gold. I'm having a Foster's. Sooner or later, the time will come. You'll correct your lifestyle and your body.
John, I want to ask you this, John.
How many blokes in their 60s do you see walking around your size? I don't die me now.
As many as I see smoking. As many as I see smoking.
You see a few. I see more blokes smoking in their 60s than blokes your size, mate.
I wish you could stop smoking. I really do, John. If anything I could do I don't even want world peace. I just want John to stop smoking.
You think smoking's going to smoke? It won't kill me. Don't be stupid.
Clive, put that stick out. Put that stick out, Clive.
Look,
smoking's not going to kill me.
Actually, I'd like to point out that we're not the ones with long-term consistent dry coughs. Isn't that right, Suckerhorn?
That's gone now.
Yeah, for no reason. For no reason, yeah.
I worked in a waste plant where they processed a lot of asbestos, okay?
Yeah, eat plenty of antioxidants, honey, fresh vegetables.
Yes.
Good meat. You know, you need meat for your body. You know, as for ice cream, do you eat ice cream every day?
No.
Just once in a week. You know, just been to the supermarket, have we? You've got a couple on special. Get straight into them.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've got terrible habits, John. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not 20 anymore.
Nothing wrong with you, Paul. Nothing wrong with you at all, mate. If your viewers knew you, the man that you are in real life, you'd have 10 times your subscribership at least.
Yeah. John, I got to tell you this. I'm scared of death, okay? I just realized, your own property, your own things, right? Your own watches. We can't take it with us, can we?
Well,
my dad used to say to me, there are no pockets in shrouds.
Yes.
You know what a shroud is, don't you?
Yes. That's what they bury you in.
They don't make them with pockets.
Yeah.
So you're not taking it with you.
But he could take 2 wristwatches with him because he'll have 2 wrists.
Mm.
Unless you're screwing in the top of the coffin, and you're sitting in, in the hearse, and then unless you're throwing the dirt on the top, there's a strong chance, the corpse may, go missing a Rolex or 2. It's a tradition in Melbourne now. They at funerals, say it's a funeral, it's a burial. They normally don't let the family stay and watch. When they're filling in filling in. Well, when they're putting the dirt in. You go to a funeral, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, you throw a bit of dirt and you walk away.
Yeah.
You rarely get to see them fill it in. That's because some of them all. Hey, it's true. I stood by. When my uncle died, I said, fill it in. I'm not going anywhere and do that. Oh, that's not policy. No, we can't do that. I pulled out 200.
Sorry?
2 of them. They soon filled it in. No, they soon filled it in while I stood there.
What happened, John? Say that again. I missed that.
I said, I'm not going until this is my uncle's funeral.
Yeah.
About 10 years back. I said, I'm not going anywhere until you fill it in.
Yeah.
He said, we can't do it. It's not policy. So I pulled out 200. I said, you don't mind if I watch, do you? I said, go ahead. Sit down. They soon filled it in. Only took them 5 minutes.
So why wouldn't they fill it in when you're there?
Well, they just don't do it. It's, in Melbourne, I don't know what they do in other states. But, once upon a time, when they were doing that, a lot of Italian families, that'd be throwing themselves in on top of the coffin and crying. It's an extremely emotional experience, for them, death in their families. And I've seen it myself. People. I saw a mate. He jumped on top of his old man's coffin because they didn't dig the pit big enough. He had to jump in on one end. He jumped on the coffin. It soon went down. Very proud of that, Stevie. Very proud of that. Fair dinkum. They didn't lower it properly. It got stuck. What are we going to do? He jumped on one end and went down. Dropped about 3 feet. Crunch. Stevie climbed out the hole. Dust to dust. Ashes to ashes. It was easy.
Good story.
When you're dead, you're dead. There's no coming back. I'm not that much of a believer in Buddhist philosophy that you get a second go at this. That's my personal opinion.
It's a tough world we live in, John.
No, it's not. It's a great world, Paul. It's a great world. It's a matter of death. If you have no conception of death, you don't have a conception of life, do you? That's the great equalizer. The great equalizer for us all is death. No one is exempt. So unless you appreciate your life, you have no conception of what your death's going to be. Control the Major Tom. Anyone in the house?
Yeah. I gotta tell you, it's very. I don't want to die, John. I want to live forever. I'd like to live for 300 or 400 years like a vampire.
You see people when they're dying, they clutch onto you. You know, they clutch on you. They don't want to die. You know, I was with my father when he died. I had a tie on a suit. He grabbed me by the neck. You know, he grabbed me by the neck. Yeah, I don't want to die. He died. I had to pull his hand off and put it down. Down. He died.
Well, yeah, my dad did the same thing. So he kind of died as he lived.
Yeah, I don't want to die, and he grabbed me. Yeah,
grabbed me by the neck.
Yeah.
I see.
No, just kidding. He had a stroke.
King Fatara, it's not a matter of being surrounded, with all these Buddhists not believing in Buddhism. I just said I don't believe you get a second whack at it. Yes. It's got nothing to do with Buddhism at all, mate.
I was kind of wondering the same thing, frankly, but okay.
Yes, well, the Buddhists believe that. A lot of Buddhists believe that. I believe in a lot of Buddhist principles. But I still don't believe I'm going to get a second go. I might be surprised. It'll be fun, won't it?
By the way, how did you and Archie meet? I've been meaning to ask that.
The channel.
The channel.
Through the channel, mate. Through the channel. I've clicked on doing a bit of surfing one day, and there's this bloke letting go with swear words like I'd never heard. I said, who's this bloke? I said, oh, yeah, no worries. So I asked him to do a watch review for me. I sent him some money to do a watch review, and he got on the phone to me, had a chat, and we found out we had a common interest in Thailand, and we've been mates since. Apart from a hiccup, a small hiccup, but that's nothing. But I'm sure we'll be mates for life. I'm sure we'll be mates for life. I know Paul too well.
I gotta tell you,
I will never desert my friend. I tell you, I'll always be there. I'll always be there for him.
I gotta tell you, John, it's I really miss that time we had. The best time we've had is when we were in that room of yours, right? This wasn't my bloody room smoking, I can tell you that much. We were in Thailand. Remember we had those cigars, Marky, me and you?
Very virtually the last day there.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. I love that. We had some good camaraderie there, didn't we?
Camaraderie.
We had a good time, man. That was just so cool. Oh, great. We went through a few cigars and we're checking out, and you were going home, weren't you, Paul?
No, I actually had that other. I had that other hotel booked.
Oh, you're going home that night or something, weren't you?
Yeah, late at night, and that's when the plane nearly died. That was the last one. Remember?
Oh, the plane nearly died. The only reason why you've acted like that, Marky's rung up and said, "Look, if you play up a bit, you might get upgraded." Oh, well, did you play up?
Well, at least I made it home, John. I got to tell you, I am so homesick now. It's not funny. I got to get myself. I just want to leave. I just want to go there for a week.
Sell the watch. Sell a watch.
Don't need to. Doesn't need to do that. Doesn't need to do that.
I want to go. I want to go, Clive. I've had enough of it here. I had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. I want to go now. I want to go now. I want to go over there. I want to leave tomorrow. Pack my suitcase. I'm out of here. I just want to go for 5 days.
Then go.
Too short, really. Too short, mate. Really, go 5 days. It takes your day to settle in, and then on your last day, you're worrying about packing your bags and going to the airport. So you got three, you got three in the middle. A fortnight's good. Like I was speaking to a bloke, today, well-known identity around the traps, and he said it's Saturday night in downtown London. He's going out. And he's going to go and get himself a root for the night. He's going to enjoy a drink. But he said he envies me because, I've got a wife and a kid and all that. I said, I tell you what, mate. I said, I wish I was going out with you.
Yes. Boom, boom.
Yeah, but yeah. But you know, if you're bloke, advice to young blokes, I wouldn't settle down too early. That was your blue. You fell in too early.
Oh, crazy. Crazy, Suckerhorn. I had rocks in my head. Absolute rocks in my head.
Was she a good sort when you met her or what? You know, or she just, you know, they change.
Oh, they change. They change, you know. My God.
Right?
Yeah, no, I was stupid, you know, that I got to be honest with you. I'd never been to Asia. I didn't know. Look, I tell you honestly, if I could have my time again there, but we can't do that. You know, we can't have our time again. We've already.
Yes, you can. We certainly can. You can go there and have great times. You know, in Thailand, it's a matter of attitude. But you know, I find it. I've been, I reckon, over 100 times, I guess, to Thailand. You know, close to 100 times. Lived there, but every time I go back, I am more cautious than the previous time I left.
Why you say that?
I always learn something. My mentality can't compete on the same street as Thai people in the street. I am not Thai. I think of a Western mentality, and I'm in a if I'm in a, you know, their foreign country, it's all right, you know, me saying, oh yes, well, I understand what's going on. Yes, well, I may superficially, you know, but you know, the subtleties of life, you know, how people maintain themselves in civil corrective behaviour, you know, it's very civilized. You know, a classic example would be, you know, Japan. You know, so many, you know, a massive amount of people in such a small amount of space. Yet they get on very, you know, they get on civilly. You know, and they, you know, they all peacefully coexist. You know, there's, you don't find any, you know, aggression on the street. You know, in Tokyo. You know, from what my experience is from when I went there. You know, it's a different cultural sort of thing. For me as a Westerner, go to Thailand, I think, oh yes, well, I understand here. You know, I understand it. I've been there 100 times. Well, you know, sure, I might understand how to speak and, you know, understand certain ways of life, but you know, I certainly learn. You know, I certainly learn. Had an experience this morning. You know, had a great experience this morning. Went down to the local market and, you know, and there were some Buddhist monks. Buddhist monks at the market, you know, which I recognised from a temple here in Melbourne. Anyway, I'm watching these two, you know, young Buddhist monks, and they're looking at a pair of what were they? Gucci glasses, I think. And they're trying on these, you know, they pulled them out of the case, and you know, they tried them on. And this bloke's speaking to the other bloke. You know, there's two monks there, and they're speaking in Thai to each other. And he said to the other monk, he said, "Oh look, they're very cheap. They're $500, you know, glasses. The lady's only asking $80 for them." And you know, they're trying them on, and then the other bloke starts saying, "Oh, they're expensive. They're expensive. You know, too expensive to buy." And I just turned around to him and I said, "If you buy them, you're silly." No. I said, "Why would you want to buy secondhand from a market? You're a Thai Buddhist monk." You know, and I walked away from him. You know, I walked down, you know, about another couple of aisles at the market, and I bumped into his boss, you know, the chief abbot.
Yes.
You know, I paid my respects to him. And he was tapping a little boy on the head, and you know, and touching a little boy, and you know, you're not meant to touch a Buddhist monk, and you know, and he's grabbing my son, you know. You know, I told my son to, why to the monk, and you know, pay your respects. I said, you're blessed today. You're, you know, very, very lucky for a monk to touch you. You know, that's good.
It's a great story, John.
Now, it's that happened this morning. What are you talking about?
It is good.
Yeah, no, that's human. But you know, the monk, I was thinking about him. You know, he's very wealthy. You know, he's a very, very wealthy monk. He's been here about 15, 20 years. He'd have a lot of money. I was speaking to my wife about it. You know, she said, "How do you think they get here? Do you think the poor monks come to Australia, do you?" Well, good point. Good point. What about the bloke they busted in Thailand recently? Billions of baht. Billions. Yeah, I know a Buddhist monk in Melbourne. He owns 2 blocks of land in Box Hill. If he couldn't get $2.5–3 million, just for the the land, I'd be surprised. All the parishioners paid for that. All the parishioners paid for that over the years. That's his. Well connected. He's the son of the Minister of Education in Thailand, many years ago. Many years ago.
Oh,
very well connected with this man. Anyway, we're talking about death, aren't we? What's going on?
Yeah. Guys, I got to end the show here. Thank you so much for joining us. I got to go.
Thanks, Arch. Good fun.
Thank you so much, and see you next week. Clive, it's time for you to sleep now, isn't it?
Good to see you, Clyde.
Suck a horn!
Thank you, guys.
Good stuff, fella.